All right, guys, we got one here where the tenants are going to let me just walk in. They left the door open, but they said that they heard a noise and they think something burned up in here. Like somebody was here 2 days ago. Like I'm not the first person they called. Maybe their maintenance men or something have been out here. But let's go in and see if we can't figure out what's going on. Stay tuned. Wouldn't be locked. Knock, knock. Climate control. Knock, knock. All right, looks like my thermostat's over here. Whew. We got an old one here. That is not a breaker panel. All right, fan is switched to on. That's a R22 coil. All right, that is turned off. All right. All right, let's get the meter out. I see one burnt wire right here. It's like I see some burnt wires on that relay too. I'll try to show you what I'm talking about. I got a burnt wire right here. And as you see, make your power real quick. As you see down here, these wires they look funny because they've started to melt. It's like somebody tried to tape over them. What is this? Oh, that's supposed to be my hot. This is supposed to bring on my blower. There's a lot of problems with that. I'm trying to see if we can just test it. Okay. I'll be honest, it looks like that relay is hooked up wrong. I'll get something I can point with. Alright. It's pretty clear they have line voltage coming from my transformer down to here, and that is going to be my coil that has a 24 volt coil. So that relay is going to be burned up. These are just kind of squeezed. Oh my God, scared me. Oh. All right, there's 105 volts between those. And on the coil, all right, they do have, they may have burned up that transformer too. Let me check that out. I can't reach things back there. I'm trying to make sure that's getting 240 volts. All right, what is that I touched? That is right there. What in the world? Oh, it's some kind of switch. All right, I'm going to get a new relay. Like that doesn't need to go right there. Legends never die. Alright, this is my incoming side. This is my outgoing. Let's see. And this yellow comes over here to my transformer. And this orange is my other side of my transformer. So yellow, we can use this for one side of our power for the blower motor. We can make orange common. I tell you what, why don't we make yellow common? And because it's going through this sequencer, I gotta see which sequence. Alright, that's M1, so this is going to be my common right here, and orange is going to be my run, so that's going to go to my blower motor. That's probably what it went to before. What a mess here. Look at that. And my other side of my power. Alright, that orange seems to be capped. Got yellow to yellow, and there's nothing on yellow. Alright, orange looks like it is my run, as you see up here. Now that is wired. Oh my word. Alright, orange. Alright, yellow looks like it's going to be yellow in this one. Yellow and black are going to be my, yeah, yellow and black are going to be my speed taps. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, so yellow and black are speed taps. Orange is alright, that's a speed tap. And this orange is connected to this yellow right here. It's going to be one of my powers. So we're going to take that right down to the transformer. Let me go get my stuff, get some more light, and we're going to come back in here and rewire. See if I can. That's a contactor. Alright, here we got a transformer. And a transformer and something like a 9340 relay. It's a 9380. Now, I'm going to hook this up for one speed. So I need what I'm looking for. It's a 9370. That'll work for one speed, so we'll take that. Alright, so this, I need my bucket of wires. I'm going to need some terminals. How about right here? let's see if we can't make this old thing run. All right, I just have, I'm checking the blower motor real quick before I go much further. I have my oranges tied together. One of those goes straight to power on the transformer. And this one, as you see right there, is connected to my black. So if we touch it here, the blower. All right, so we know the blower works. Y'all forgive me. I was not sure that the blower worked. Least we can do is, I'm trying to set y'all up so y'all can see. Least we can do is get the blower and everything working so it'll turn on. I'm gonna leave that for now. What is this tied to? Is that my green? Oh my word, this is my low voltage for my green. Let's get this out of here. I hope y'all can see. Alright, and that transformer's got to come out. Alright, my black's going to be common. And here's my red. And it's going up to this Molex plug. I gotta have red that goes to my transformer somewhere. Alright, I'm beginning to question how long it's been since this thing ran. Because none of this is hooked up. None of that. It's all coming through this little hole right here. Let me see, does that go back over here? Alright, so maybe I actually do have a red right there. You know what? We're gonna pull that out. Alright, there's my red wire from the thermostat. Right here. And this red wire I still hadn't clipped it, have I? There we go. Common, does common also go there? Alright, here's my common. of power. The second leg of power. I think this transformer is going to be bigger. If you look on this, primary common is white and 240 volt is orange. So we're keeping these two, and we're doing away with these two. We'll cap those later. Right now I just want to see if I can fit this in the same slot. Not exactly. And that right here is a self-tapper. Alright, these are my low voltage. Like this one needs to go to a common ground right here. So why don't we go ahead and do that. One sec, that is not, I'm calling it ground, that's common. That's common right here. That'll also need to be common for my relay. Let me see. Are we using brown for common? Y'all forgive me, I got to figure out some of these wires. What color is this? I got a yellow wire nut, and that kind of looks like yellow. This is going to be my alright, it's going to be my red. That's going to be green. I think that looks like brown. And that could either be white or yellow. I think it's white. Let's go ahead and hook up our high voltage on the transformer. This is one of our legs. And we're going to combine that with the white. All right. Alright, that is just one leg of power going to my transformer. And this naked leg right here goes right here. That is one leg of power to my blower motor. It's going to be our run. So all of these are the same leg of power. I'm just making sure the transformer has one leg and the blower has one leg. That's going to be our run. That is orange. And our other wire, this one, is going to be our other leg of power. Y'all see me, I'm slowly doing away with everything over here in this corner and just going through that hole. Okay. This is my other leg of power. And that should also feeds right here. So we're just going to put that straight to the transformer, cut off these other branches of it. Transformer will always have power. Let's get these. Alright, those are just my two legs of power to my transformer. I jumped one of those legs to the run side of the blower motor. Alright, so these should now produce 24 volts. If you remember, that right there is my 24 volts going to thermostat. So actually we should hook us up a fuse right there. Alright. Let's see if I have something to do that with in here. I'll have to do it with some tape. That's one leg of my 24 volts. This is my other leg. All right. Get a little bit of tape here. Uh-oh. Alright, get me a fuse. I'm gonna just cover the metal on this. Don't want it touching something. Alright. Now we need to hook up common. We know that this is one, and we're probably gonna leave that open. By that I mean we're gonna tap onto it with another wire that isn't here right now. It will be when I put in the relay. All right, where's our relay? All right, low voltage right here. And we'll have to figure those out. But where's my... Sorry guys if y'all couldn't see all that. Let me stop it right here. Alright, maybe y'all can see a little bit better. This is common, low voltage. This is my hot, low voltage. This is one of my legs of power for the transformer and the blower motor. And my other leg of power, hold on just a second, is right here. That just goes straight to the transformer. So we're making yellow common. We're doing that so we can use this M1 and M2 sequencer as normally open and normally closed on the relay. Man. Totally get rid of these wires because I need some of them. Alright, I need to connect a common from here to here. see if I got something I can already use for that. No, I can't use that. But I can use this. Alright, this is my all-purpose common right here. Alright, and we have us a green coming in over here off my thermostat wire. It's actually got two wires put together. I'm just going to leave those two wires together, and we're going to run see, can I use any of this? No. Burnt, burnt, burnt. All these wires are burnt. We'll use this one. Hopefully it's long enough. This will be our yellow. Excuse me, not our yellow. This is our green. Okay, we just need to come up top here. All right, that's my green. I'll say that's not tightening up. All right, that's connected. All right, so green, my low voltage is connected. Now, how about some high voltage? All right, this has got to go to my yellow, wherever yellow is on these thermostat wires. It looks like one of them was right here. Like they had yellow and green hooked together, and my blue is going to be my yellow. I just have to confirm at the thermostat. Come on, I don't have a piece longer than that. There. This is my green. I know it looks funky with all these different colors, but somebody else can figure it out just like I did. Alright, my green wire is hooked up, and this blue right here is going to be that's actually I swear that looks like blue. They both look like green. How am I supposed to know which one's which? See, that one really looks like green. They both do. So how am I supposed to hook up to bring on cooling? Alright, it looks like we do have 2 greens, and yellow's being used for yellow. We do have 2 greens. One of them is blue, the 2 go together, it looks like. But there is supposed to be a yellow. Alright, my 2 greens do go together. I got to find my yellow though. We should have a yellow and a white. Alright, so if brown is common, this is red, this is green, that is white. Where's my yellow? Because that's got to hook to yellow. I'm not seeing a yellow in here. This is what goes out in my condenser. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wires here. I think I gotta see something. This white wire it does go over here, and it's going to be jumped out up here. What I need though is my yellow. Where is my yellow? That's for blower motor. Alright, that's going to be white. Is that my yellow right there? And we have no common. So that's what that's going to be. That's going to be yellow. It looks brown, but it's going to be my yellow. So this needs to go to common, which is right here. All right. That ought to bring on, we have none of the power wires hooked up. We got one power wire hooked up, this one. I'm talking about our blower. If I put power to it right now, maybe the condenser will come on. I just gotta check these. This wire is not connected, and I should have a yellow one that's not connected. I may have just heard it. I hear the condenser running. That's what I wanted to hear. All right, now we just have to hook up high voltage on the relay. Well, some of this is kind of hard to show, so I'm going to have to pull you out of here because we're going to attach up here to that M1 and M2 sequencer. All right, this is my black wire going to the motor. I'm connecting it right down here. Now I need to connect my normally open and normally closed, and we're connecting them right here. All right, on this M1 and M2 sequencer, this is the part that has power all the time. So I'm going to connect right there and take the other end, and we're putting it over here on normally open, which is at the very top. Actually, on this one, it's at the very bottom. All right, so we need to connect that one, and that one's for our heat strips. So when they come on, and we're going to connect right here. So when this passes voltage from here to here, when it's energized, it's going to energize this one with this wire, and that will bring on a normally closed contact and bring on the blower. And this one, that's going to go to normally closed. So let's plug up right here. Take the other end of that wire. And we are going right there. Let's zip tie some of that stuff up and clean it up, and then we're going to turn it on and see if our blower don't come on. Okay. All right, so I got everything hooked up, everything blocked off that needs to be blocked off. Those other wires on the transformer, I've got them capped off. We should bring on the fan. Alright, well, my camera died on that one. I ran out of battery. It came on and started cooling. It's kind of a mess outside. It's obvious that somebody just stuck on a condenser without putting on a new pad, running a new whip because wires exposed and stuff like that. But this thing is on and cooling. I'm just going to advise them to change your filters, and we're on to the next.